Hello, my crafty friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be doing some work in my junk journals from Cheaply Chic. I'm going to be continuing my 369, so I'm doing 3 different journals in 6 weeks with 9 different techniques. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. This is going to be a video where I'm going to use like the different kind of like gym type things that are in each of the kits. So for this one, that's the Heart Song journal. I am going to make this journal kind of like a game night themed journal. So I do host, well, I will start hosting now that COVID's kind of starting to dissipate. I'm going to start hosting game days again in my house, and I thought it would be a fun way to document and put some pictures in and stuff like that. So I wanted to make this kind of like Valentine's Day themed journal into something that I love, which is gaming. So and board gaming. So I had that sticker sheet that said game night, and it had like a red kind of thing on the bottom of it. And so I didn't want that part of it, so I just basically ripped that part off, just the top part where it says game night. And then I'm going to also do the same thing for that little sticker that says friends and family. Now it did kind of bend up the cardboard a little bit with on the sticker, but I don't really mind that too much because it is a junk journal, so it's supposed to be kind of look like worn and torn anyway, so it's fine. So, and then I had that piece of bingo sheet that's like a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I had in my stash, and basically I just am taking the sequins and kind of making them look like little blotters in those bingo cards. So that's how I decided to use the sequins that came in this collection. And the way that I'm doing it is I just kind of mapped out where I wanted the little dots, and then I'm just taking glue and literally just putting like a little bit of glue down and then putting the sequins right on top of it. Now, I didn't really show you at the beginning, but I did the game night little sticker there had a red gem on the front of it, like where the eye for the night is, and I didn't like the red dot. So what I did was I ripped that off and I just added another little sequence there as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue the friends and family, and I did use some puffy dots for that game night piece. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm just going to take that whole piece of paper and glue it into the front cover of the book. And I was thinking I was going to make it a pocket or something, but then I just decided just to glue the whole thing on there. And that's kind of what that looks like. And what I'm planning on doing is making this kind of like a photo book. So I'm actually going to put like photos in this. So I had this one little journal card. It says photography album. And I liked that the pinks matched. So I just decided to go ahead and glue that right on top of there. And then my thought process was in the little library pocket piece, what I think I'll do is I'll make like a little kind of like a table of contents of the pictures that I take. So that's the little thought process behind that. And then just to add some additional sequence to the page and use some of these little sequence pieces up, I'm just going to do little clusters in the corners of each of the top corner and then the bottom corner. I'm just going to do a little cluster of a bunch of little sequins, and so you can see them just kind of putting them on, and I did that to the bottom one as well, just to kind of make the two pieces of paper match. I wanted to add sequins to both sides. And that is really what that one looks like. So I get that one on. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and work on the next one. And the next one is going to be the November kit. I cannot for the life of me remember what collection the collection was called. But this one is the November one, and oh, I think it was So Blessed, something like that. But I thought for this one I want to do kind of like a nature theme. I want to play off the elements of the mushrooms and just add some naturey themes to them. So that tissue paper was the tissue paper that the journal was wrapped in, and I just used that to cover up the whiteness of that pocket. And then these stickers, vellum stickers, I got from an Etsy shop, and I just put that on the bottom there. I thought that kind of gave it a nice look. And then this piece of fabric came from a piece of fabric that I got from Walmart. And it had a bunch of like these little patches all over the fabric. And what I basically did was I just cut out the different patches. And I'm just going to glue this using my Fabri-Tac right directly to the paper there. And you can see the paper I lined with some scrap pieces of the tissue paper, and I just use my glue stick to glue those on. And then I'm going to add this little pine cone sticker once I get the backing off, which took forever. I'm going to put that over in the corner where the two sewing pieces meet. So just put that right there. And then what I'm going to do is for this one, the collection came with some flat back gems. And this is not the first time that Lynette has added the gems to the collections. I really love using them in the journal books. Some of my favorite back pages that I've done before have been with using these gems, and I really enjoy the look of them. And basically what I did was I just put a bunch of glue down. I just put an excessive amount of glue in this corner here, and that just makes it easy to kind of put the gems down. And you got to work a little bit quickly because the glue does dry, but it doesn't dry too fast, so you even still have a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just kind of putting a little cluster there in the bottom, and I did go over into the fabric just to kind of with the design, because I wanted some of it to go onto the fabric as well. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this top piece up here. And I liked to lay down the bigger pieces first, so the bigger gems, and then kind of build around that. So then add in kind of the medium-sized ones, and then fill in the spaces with the little ones. I do use the back of my finger. I actually lick the back of my finger, and then I stick it on there. So probably not the most sanitary thing to do, but whatever. And then I felt like I needed to add just a little bit something more to that pocket. So I have this sticker book from Simply Stories. I believe it's the collection that she used for the for this journal, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it kind of has some like words like explorer and wilderness and all that stuff. So I thought I would go ahead and use this little sticker. It says explore your world or something like that. I think that's what it says. And then I wanted to take away the little harsh whiteness of that, so I just used some tea dyed. I think it's tea dye. I can't remember what the name of that. Or no, it's Vintage Photo. That's what it is. Okay, and I just wanted to add a little bit of a cluster on that side as well, just to again kind of tie the two pages together. So put the big one down, and then the medium one size downs, and then just put the tiny ones all around that. And then that is basically what that's going to look like. And for the last one, the Home Sweet Home one, I didn't show this in my last video when I was talking about setting it up, but for this particular one, I added the little letter that comes in the collection. I added that to the front page. of the book. I really liked how the orange in the picture kind of played off the orange in the gingham paper. So basically what I'm going to do for this one, this came with a little stack, a little baggie of like florals and pumpkins and leaves and buttons. I think if I'm not mistaken, it actually came from the uh, your lady pack that she gave us. So we got like a separate, like a little additional pack for the in this particular collection. So I believe that that's where that came from. That mason jar cut apart is something that was just in my stash, and I used that. And then I did want to dirty up the envelope a little bit, so I just took some of that vintage photo again and just stamped that, inked that up a little bit. This punch came in the collection. It was part of the collection, and so I'm just going to go ahead and ink that up a little bit and then place it on the front there. And then I did kind of organize the leaves and stuff and the flowers. And I cut that part out because I wanted to show you me actually gluing the stuff on versus like the little design piece. But you could see there, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do and kind of how I wanted to layer it up. So I just took each piece and just started gluing it down. I did end up putting it a little higher than I wanted to. I wish it was more in the corner, but I think ultimately it looks fine. And I did use the buttons there and some of the leaves. And yeah, I really like how this little cluster of flowers turned out. And that is, so I'm just going to put those adding touches on there and finish that page up. And that's really the video. That's what I'm going to do in this video. I thought it would be fun to just show you kind of how to use those different little packs of things that come in these collections. So I'm going to show you what we did. Let's just go through all of them. I'll show you one more time. So there is the Home Sweet Home one. And then I did that one. I really like how I love how those gems look in the book. I just think that's so pretty. And then that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.